Hello, everybody! We are back again with the Misadventures of the Accidental Travelers, as brought to you by Irrational Radio. I am, of course, a wooden leg, and here joined by the Ochre Echo, as played by Mr. E. Eric, Annabelle, as played by Rachel, and Wayman Stokes, as played by Sam. We have had quite the journey thus far. They have traveled all the way from Coaldale, aka Flavortown, hundreds of miles to the capital of Goldridge called Glitterhold. It's been quite a journey. Last time they put on a play with a troupe that ended great. It ended wonderfully. Everybody was drunk and Jeffrey could only speak in pink bubbles. It was glorious. And now you guys are on the road. You're about a mile away from the fabled city of Glitterhold. Has any of you guys been there before? Any of your characters been to Glitterhold before, or have you only heard the stories?
Well, the Ogre Echo has traveled far and wide. Nothing. Yeah, well, there's far fewer things he has not seen than those he has, or something like that. I'm sure is what he'd say.
The Echo also doesn't like to document his travels because he kind of likes to let each visit to be fresh, right? You know,
Exactly.
fresh and magical.
It's as if I am a new person each time I come here, or anywhere else.
I visited Glitterhold once.
What for?
Well, I was with my father. He was visiting for business, and well, he locked me in the hotel room for most of the trip. But I have fond memories of the room service.
So room service is pretty good. It's like
yes, it was.
good.
Okay. The bartender would give me a free biscuit every time I would order something.
That's valuable information. So if they're not giving free biscuits to us, then they must, not like us, I guess.
Well, that was some years ago. I have not seen my father for almost 10 years now.
Oh, that seems like a whole story we don't need to get into,
Well,
uncovering, tragic background stories about their failed parenthood. They so failed you so bad. I'm so sorry for you.
I have some stories, let me tell you.
Well, either way, hopefully they still give out free biscuits, yeah?
Yes.
I suppose, that is potentially not the most important thing. That we need
Biscuits are kind of sucky, though, like, as far as things go, like, I guess I understand why they give out free biscuits, because they're probably cheap to make,
And they're like free, so you can't really go wrong with a free biscuit.
I haven't really
can't expect a lot.
Eaten a whole lot since all of that drinking 2 days ago.
How are we feeling? Like, is it like, because I mean, we drank quite a bit.
You guys drank a ton of alcohol. The Ochre Echo is fine because the Ochre Echo just literally tasted alcohol and then spit it out because it was gross. Wayman, you're feeling pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I can hold my own. I can hold. I can do binges.
Basically, at this point, this is 2 days later. You're fine. You have no ill effects. Annabelle, roll me a Constitution check as well.
No.
Yeah, just for funsies.
Check or save?
Check. I know that he did a save, but it's fine. We won't.
My save's the same as the check.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're feeling a little bit of stomach oozies, but it's not that bad. It's Jeffrey still seems a little bit sick though.
I think that ale was bunk.
It was pretty bunk. It was not good ale, especially the first one and the last one. Whatever that was sour.
It makes no sense. Like I know I can drink. I just don't understand. It was the ale.
You can prove it at the next competition, that you still got it.
Is there another competition?
There's always another competition. The drinking competitions don't stop. You just have to find them.
Also, you have to make competitions sometimes. You have to keep yourself, limber and, practiced,
That's hard.
That is the idea, Jeffrey. It keeps you, active and your skills sharp and well honed for action.
That's what challenging is. It's challenge. It's a challenge.
Why is being alive so difficult?
I feel like it's just for you.
Let me tell you, friend, being dead also quite difficult, it turns out, especially if you go to hell. 'Cause,
as you say that, you cross over a hill and see a bunch of working dead. I gotta pull that up again. The name of the working guys, the working zombies.
No rest for the dead. I always say,
Yeah, we just gestures toward the dead bodies. It's like, it seems, yes, death has not been a respite for these individuals.
I wonder if they're also taxed. I guess
Savorum.
Well, they are. The Savorum are also slaves, so I guess maybe they don't get taxed because they're already.
But then they would.
Yeah, they don't
labor.
get paid, so
Yeah.
they don't make a wage, so they can't tax something that they don't.
But then
True.
you could, but if they are not like a person, then they are property, which is frequently. He just is scratching his head.
So really, you could say that their afterlife is sort of like the tax from their real life.
Sure, but if you have a team of these individuals, that is an asset of some variety. The potential. It is a potential worker replacing living workers and such. And he's kind of just
slave economics are hard.
It's
you guys pass the Savorum working in the ditches and cross over another hill, and there, off maybe a half mile, you can see the city of Glitterhold. It's incredibly impressive. The center of the city is ringed with a huge wall that is maybe 40 feet tall and 15 feet thick, which is made out of white stone that glitters with a rainbow of colors, as if there are flecks of rainbow shoved inside the stone blocks. The sun hits it, and you can see the reflections of the colors bouncing back on the outside city around it, almost lighting up the city like a prism. In the center of the walled portion of the city, on top of a high hill, is the Glitterhold itself, a massive structure, one of the largest castles in the human kingdoms and in Paralandia, stretching hundreds of feet into the sky, many spired, with long glittering arches stretching from the spires to the main cathedral in the center. It is made out of the same glittering rock, but it also is hemmed with gold and silver, making it look like a crown that is placed on the center of the city. The Glitterhold itself is divided up into 5 or 6, I suppose, districts. That's the center district, where you can see the keep sitting in ringed with the large wall, and then the outside districts, which are the Skips, the West Ends, South Wall, the Harrow, and Mudcliff. You guys are approaching from the west, and so you are approaching West Ends. You can see that there is, this city is huge and sprawling, and so you can see many, many people milling around the streets. But you also see outside of the West Ends, the Skips, and around South Wall, there is quite a few soldiers riding mounts. Most of the soldiers riding are armored knights riding horses, but you can see that there are elite units that are also riding hippogriffs, which are massive lion eagles, and that are also armored. These things would be incredibly difficult to take down. They're almost equivalent to an owl bear in size and temperament. And armored, they're a force to be reckoned with. They look like they're on alert or they're doing some sort of maneuvers. As I said, you guys are approaching the road between the West Ends and the Skips. As is a lot of people. Many of these roads are made from converging roads from the outlying regions. You are on one of these converging roads that have just lined up with this main road heading into the west of the city of Glitterhold.
It is perhaps time to get into character there, Pissboots. As we're like seeing the hustle and bustle of armored figures, I imagine.
Yeah,
oh yes.
I don't feel like this is normal.
It does
Right.
seem that there is some elevated state of alert. Perhaps he's kind of rubbing his chin or whatever. It seems that that's the case anyway. Assuming that.
Pissboots, potty pants, pockets.
I think it is perhaps not so important if it stays consistent.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
that's
think it
true.
really matters. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Whatever you gotta do to sell it, though.
Why did
It
you
is quite
have
a
to
convincing
kill
character.
that wizard?
Okay, Jeffrey.
Well, he was
here is
kind of
the
an
thing.
asshole.
Oh, right.
If
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yes.
if we discuss the thing he is in hiding to.
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
Right.
it's,
I remember the last
we
few
have discussed
conversations.
it.
Yes.
It's not also going to be the only person we kill, right? Like, I'm not going to be the only fuck up here, right? Like, we realize this.
I think Echo just stares at you.
I could literally explode at any time and take 3-4 people
True.
with me. So
He is a
It
weapon of
is.
mass destruction. I mean,
Really, at this point, you and Jeffrey are the two most wild cards here, which I feel like is odd. But
fair enough.
you know,
An incredibly disciplined and measured individual. Those who fall before me are only those which I intend to fail. And he just huffs his chest.
you guys head along the roads until you begin to reach the very west edge of the Skips. Jeffrey starts getting excited and saying, "Oh, look, it's the place with the free biscuits. It's called Sprats Bar and Inn."
I mean, do we want to stop for some food, or are we really trying to gun it all the way in here?
Pissboots is very hungry.
Perhaps we could figure out what all the hubbub is about. He kind of gestures around.
Yeah.
More of
And I really want a biscuit. Like 3 biscuits.
You know,
I mean-
Pissboots has always said that the best place for information is in taverns amongst people who are willing to share stories.
And biscuits.
And biscuits.
Biscuits and stories, they go together like, well, biscuits and stories.
It seems we are decided then.
You know, in a world where there's terrible voices left and right, I feel like mine's all right. It fits in, right?
It really does. You're one of us.
Yes, I'm one of you.
Mr. Pocket.
Thank you.
You blend
or
in with the
Mr.
peasantry.
Mr. Boots Pocket?
Pissboots was
That
my
is like a
father's name.
hyphen.
Pockets would be fine.
You guys walk into the inn to see a gruff half-orc tending the bar. He looks up at you and kind of gives a grimace. It's pretty early in the day, so there aren't a whole lot of people here, but they are filtering in. Many people are talking about the closure of the main city. Many of these people are traders that were trying to get into the center of Glitterhold and can't for whatever reason.
No, sorry.
Oh yeah, go on.
You just perhaps we get a table and see what it is that we can overhear from the boisterous conversations which are ongoing.
You don't want to
Gesture,
make pleasant conversation with others?
Not really. No. I mean, you shouldn't, maybe. Or
I
Jeffrey.
think, if we keep
Aw.
as low a profile as possible, that this may benefit us. We do not know what it is that has their alert raised.
You guys take a seat.
Yeah,
and
find a table.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to, by all means, Pissboots. Go like drunkenly lean on a table.
Is that Echo's suggestion?
No,
okay.
He would not stomp you aggressively, though. I guess I
Nah,
was just
no,
laughing, like
I'll just hang
you're
out.
free,
I'll
you do
chill.
you.
All right. So you
I'll chill
guys
out.
take a seat, and after maybe a few minutes of listening, it becomes clear that the reason the city is locked down is because the queen is missing and presumed kidnapped. Her name is Jennifer Soulcaster. She has been married to the king for about 5 years. They do not have any children yet. And she was missing yesterday. She disappeared sometime the night 2 nights ago, and so far she has not turned up. The bartender comes over with a little pad, and he says, "You gotta order if you want to stay here."
But I've got like one really important question.
Yeah.
Do you guys still hand out free biscuits?
Wait, who told you about the biscuits?
Does it matter?
Echo just gestured toward Jeffrey.
The orc like kind of glares at Jeffrey and then narrows his eyes and goes, "Wait, are you an Adamson?" Jeffrey slowly nods, and the big orc grins really wide and goes, "Why, it's Jeffrey Adamson. Why, look at you. You haven't grown an inch since I saw you." Jeffrey kind of frowns a little bit. "Yes, hello."
Jeffrey is a halfling, so they don't grow very large.
3'2" on a good day. That's me. Well, come on over here. Give Eric a hug. Jeffrey kind of walks over and he goes, What happened to your hand, boy?" "Oh, I had an accident with a hatchet." "What? An accident with a hatchet? What does that even mean? What did you do to this boy?" He looks at you guys.
He was sans hand before we ever met him.
But now he has a very cool hand. Show him your hand.
Jeffrey concentrates and then the hand appears. Well, you can do magic now.
That is since we have been together.
Well, he can kind of do magic. He's learning.
He has occasionally produced enough feathers for us to sell.
He's gotten really good at fires too. Like, let's not forget that one.
He's quite good at that. He can do the frosting.
He looks really proud. Well, I think this deserves a biscuit. He goes over to the counter and he pulls out a jar and gets a biscuit out of a glass jar, and then hands it to Jeffrey. And Jeffrey's like, "Oh, thank you," and just starts kind of chewing on it. It's pretty hard. He pats Jeffrey on the head and he turns to you guys and goes, "Well, any friend of an Adamson is friend of me. What can I get y'all? It's on the house."
Well, to be honest with you, I've got sort of like a red meat craving coming off of a terrible drinking experience. So what you got in the ways of that, maybe?
Oh, well, we got something special. We got Hyatt Lizard Burgers. There was we get a deal with the Glitterhold. We got a deal of Hyatt Lizards, and we've slaughtered them and passed them out to all the inns. I got a pretty good share of them for a hefty price, and I've been willing to let you try one or two.
I mean, I'll try just one, see how it goes.
All right. We also got pig, lamb, and beef burgers.
Oh.
If you don't want to try the lizard.
You know, yeah, I think actually like a lamb burger actually sounds like perfect.
All right. And how much cheese do you want me to shove in there?
All of it.
All right, okay.
How big is this lizard?
What?
Did you say that you have a lizard?
Yeah, lizard burgers.
Yeah. How big is the lizard?
They're big lizards.
Or are they like them Komodo dragon lizards?
No, they ride them in the deserts.
Oh,
They're big lizards.
I'd like to have one of those. I'd try that. Is it kind of like poultry and gamey?
A little bit, yeah. It's
Oh.
not necessarily gamey. It's actually very poultry, very tender.
Oh,
I've
I'd
had
like.
some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'd like to try that. Maybe a thigh, because chicken thighs are best meat.
Well, we kind of
So savory.
we grind them up. The steaks went to the center. We're just an outskirts in. We don't get the good cuts, but I can.
You get the ground lizard meat.
Right.
Here?
That's why I'm not serving lizard steaks.
The chuck beef.
That's why I'm not serving lizard steaks. You understand?
Okay. So not the good stuff, but it's got the flavor.
It's got the flavor. Yeah, sure. All right, and you.
I'm Pockets, by the way.
Well, nice to meet you.
Pissboots Pockets.
Excuse me.
Pissboots Pockets.
I'm just gonna call you Pockets. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Pissboots is a family name.
Pissboots is a family name.
Yes, it is. Like,
are you from the east?
Oh yes, very far east.
You don't have the accent.
Well, my family, we were we were a little inbred, isolationists. So, we kind of developed our own language.
He kind of nods slowly and goes, "All right, one lizard burger." And you fell in the mask. What can I get you?
I will take one of these lizard burgers as well.
All right. All right. You want me to burn them and make them sloppy?
Then that less sloppy on mine. I'm not exactly certain what that
and burn
entails.
The hot sauce doesn't burn them.
Oh yes, absolutely.
All right. So got one lizard burger. Burn it. Less sloppy.
Guys, I really had to think quick on why my accent didn't fit that region. And I was just like, okay, let's go with that.
It's been a while.
I feel like it's good enough.
No, it's great. So he turns to Jeffrey and goes
into the character well.
And do you still want a big kid's grilled cheese, Jeffrey? Jeffrey smiles and like, yeah, I would. And another biscuit? Of course.
Kids menu. And then a big kids menu. It would follow. Right? Sorry.
To the back and begins preparing.
Look, there's nothing wrong with a really good grilled cheese.
No, it is just ordering from the big kids menu when you are clearly like a full-grown man.
Is he though? I mean,
well,
like, let's think about it a little bit.
I feel like he's a little underdeveloped for his, age, but like mental faculties are a little.
A man in a red cloak, hem with green, sits at your table, like drags over a chair and sits down at your table, his hands steeple.
Hello,
friend.
He turns to you, Annabelle, and he goes, "Sandra, why have you chosen now to come back?"
Well, that's not my name. I'm here because adventure is out there.
He pulls down his cowl, and he looks at you slowly and goes, "No, you don't understand, Sandra. I know. I don't care what name you call yourself, but you need to come back to the keep with me. Your sister is missing."
Oh, you didn't tell me you had a sister, Sandra.
Are you royalty?
Apparently my sister's missing. You're talking about the queen, right?
Yes, of course. My name is Henry.
Cool story.
I am one of the agents of your brother-in-law, the king.
Right. Okay. Well, you see, the problem is we just ordered food, and I'm really hungry.
And a little hungover.
Can you wait a half an hour, and then I'd be happy to come with you wherever.
Of course, I will stand guard at the door and call the other guards.
Can it maybe just be you? I don't really feel like drawing a crowd. I don't really like it. it's people, touching me,
You
being
haven't
close.
changed a bit, Sonra.
Can
Of
I
course.
also say that your eyes are very piercing? You're an intense individual.
It is quite a nice cloak as well. The tailoring is top notch.
Thank you. And you have a melodious voice.
Oh, thank you.
He stands and pulls his cloak back up and says, "We will meet you outside, my lady." And he bows
All right.
and then turns and leaves.
That was a nice friend you have there, Sonra.
Yeah.
What, royalty? All this time, I have not been paying you due honors for your station. I am so embarrassed.
Why did you tell us your name was otherwise? Very
Man,
curious, Sonra.
I just really felt like messing with you guys, I guess. I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. No, but really, I have no idea who that is. I am
Wait.
not Sonra.
But you are, Sonra.
They certainly seem to think so. Yeah, he's kind of rubbing his chin. Like,
I think that maybe we can, use this to just, spearhead our way right into the center of the city.
The half-orc comes over with your food and he puts it down in front of you and kind of looks and goes, "Was that man bothering you?"
No more than anybody else bothers me.
Ah, all right. Well, enjoy your food.
Hey, do you perhaps have a second?
Yes.
Lend me your eyes for
Uh,
but a moment, good sir, and tell me what you see when you stare at this dazzling figure to my left.
he
And I gesture over to the quote-unquote Sonra.
he kind of squints and goes, "Why?
Keep it low.
Are you related to the queen at all?"
Fucking Marty.
Well, you bear a striking resemblance to her. I'm just saying. If you are, I would.
I pass him a gold. And I say, please, your silence would be golden.
Of course. Jeffrey, are you traveling with royalty now? That is. Your family's moving up in the world, son.
His best friend is a king.
it is true.
God damn it.
We are on a mission from him right now.
His other friend is called the Oracle. She's a god.
Oh,
I have heard this. Yes, she is worshipped as one by many.
oh, you talk about the golden halfling. I've heard tell of
Nice.
her. God damn it, Jeffrey. You've certainly made some powerful friends.
Yes, he is quite a known individual in
I think that
the
is-
lands of Flavortown.
I think that deserves another biscuit.
Biscuits on the house.
Oh, you guys don't. Do you guys want a
That
biscuit?
is-
Well, we're
Biscuit
his
is
friends
just
by
fine.
association. I think it would be only appropriate for our station.
These are
Especially being in the company of your queen's family.
you don't want one of these biscuits.
Oh, okay.
They look quite hard.
Why?
Perhaps a bit dry.
Well, see, I think the last time I opened this jar was the last time Mr. Adamson here was here.
Why are you keeping biscuits in
Just
jars?
gnawing on 'em.
Do you not make fresh biscuits?
Yeah, why are you?
It's
No, it
supply
was-
and demand. You
You
understand?
see, it was like a special that we had, and special ended, but I had some extras, and
And you just kept them?
well, yeah, I got the room under there. I
Aren't
got a
they
few
just
other.
like all mold? Like they're
No,
it's
no,
just
no,
mold
no.
now?
They're a salt tack. They keep and keep and keep.
Look, you got to clean out your pantry every once in a while. How long has it been?
Oh,
I
what'd you
don't-
say, Jeffrey?
don't
13,
think-
14 years?
I don't think bread keeps for. I don't think it's got a 14-year-old
Jeffrey,
shelf
listen,
life with
He's
He's just
salt.
like drooling all over this biscuit. It's like it's kind of. It's like nah, it's okay. You know they've
It looks
found,
gummy.
They've found biscuits like this in tombs in the Mission Desert that are still perfectly
Yeah,
edible.
you shouldn't eat things from tubes. I'm just saying that. I don't think that's healthy. But what does Pissboots know? I eat from dumpsters on occasions.
Well, these are going to be much better than you find in any dumpster, but let me tell you
I don't know. You ever found shrimp dumpsters?
No.
Good old shrimp from,
No, we're pretty landlocked up in the Glitterhold.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
that's
think
true.
I'm eating any shrimp.
Ways.
Anyway.
Though you have that, like, transportation.
I don't know. Bubba Gumps has franchise businesses that are
There's
landlocked.
a Red Lobster.
But again, miss, I would, if you are part of the Queen's family, I'd be careful. Something is afoot with among the Feather Wings and the Soulcasters.
Isn't something always afoot with royalty? I mean, like, it never ends. It's like one day you're kidnapped and then the next day you gotta go to war. It's never ending.
Yeah, I understand. Anyway, enjoy your food. And he kind of bows and then leaves.
Oh, do you know if there is a library, perhaps? Pissboots does like good reads.
Yeah, but unfortunately it's in Center Town.
Oh, but the poverty-stricken areas do not have libraries, like
all
collections, for public.
No, all of the public works and socialized infrastructure is inside the center city.
Well, that's not right, is it?
Well, it's the consequence of living in a totalitarian, authoritarian state.
Militarized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowledge should be accessible to everybody.
Yeah, they
books are expensive.
Right.
Maybe they should put the books somewhere that is, accessible to all. But
or like a rotation. I mean, you could have like a little library, and then you could just like rotate the books in and out. It's just an idea.
Like a small box at the end of each street.
Well, no, there was a fella that had a cart that was taking books around, but he got mugged and murdered, so no one's tried to do that again since.
It happens, muggings and murderings.
Right, especially out here.
Yeah.
Over books, though, I feel like that's a little bit. That's just rude.
Well, I mean, he kept going on saying that he had the most valuable thing ever, and I think someone finally decided to see if he was really being literal or if he was being, metaphorical in terms of books. And I think it was a metaphorical value. Still got murdered for it, though. Anyway, enjoy your food.
Thank you. Nom nom nom.
It's great. The lizard burger is like a firmer sloppy Joe.
Ooh.
That is in a patty and shredded, but instead of meat, it's like chicken. So it's like barbecue chicken, but it's been almost dried in a kind of brown sauce and then formed into a patty and then grilled. And then your lamb burger is great too, as well. Annabelle.
Meat.
What was that?
Say that again.
So not like sloppy Joe meat.
No, it's much more patty form, but you wouldn't want a patty of the lizard meat in terms of just straight up a patty. It would be too dry.
Not gonna lie here, guys. Those burgers look just appalling. They don't look great texturally speaking.
It's very loose. The meat is not fatty enough to, be held, so it is constrained with this sauce that they've used. It's pretty delectable, actually.
Pissboots enjoys. Solid.
It's kind of drippy. They really should have put this in a calzone. Now that I think about it.
You should leave a little note on the receipt.
Oh yes, I'll suggest calzone perhaps next time. Thank you.
Some sort of dough pocket would be quite good.
So after you guys finish your meal, what are you going to head out to meet the guards?
Yeah, I guess we better.
Do we want to talk through that at all before we go? That I guess while we're at the Echo would sort of like, so how will we move forward with this whole like situation with the guards and whatnot?
I already forgot her name. I'll be honest.
Jennifer, I believe.
No,
that's the queen. My name is Sonra.
Sonia?
Sonra?
Well, we were not to have known it beforehand anyway, right?
I mean, I told him that I wasn't Sonra, like straight up.
You should be.
I mean, we just like follow him, When we get to where we're going, I'll tell them I'm not who you think I am.
That's not the play. I don't think we should do that. I think we should, you should continue to be her, and then we try to milk this thing and get the fuck out of Dodge.
I think perhaps there is some risk of being found out, which may carry with it some sort of rather serious consequences.
Yeah, I mean, you
But
really don't want to get wrapped up in like weird royal business. I mean, who knows where this is going to lead?
That is a problem for sure.
It seems that is, that there is our need of our services to rescue this lost queen, and perhaps this would be the easiest way to secure entry to the center of the city, where we must go anyway.
Are you
Yeah,
saying
I mean,
we should try to help? Oh, like
He nods. Well, of course, this is a problem which they must deal with, but also we need to get into the middle of the city. That is where the our teleportation circles, which we seek, are. And it appears that it has been closed off.
That's the real ticket here. Is like he's gonna march us right into the center of the city, and that's kind of where we need to be.
What are the crimes of impersonating royalty in this city?
I imagine not great.
I'm very curious. It's probably death.
It is probably death. Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
I could not say for certain, but
it sounds like no matter what I say, this guy's not going to believe that I'm not this person. So
we should just keep doing that then.
I think we can perhaps allow him to take us where he wants us to go, and perhaps, yes, as you are saying, you can appeal to whatever higher authority it is that we are brought to and explain the situation there.
Oh, I have a cheeky idea. What if you don't say that you are the sister, and you kind of just nod or whatever, and like, just don't ever say that you are. And then when the reveal happens, then, we can leave.
Yeah, that was like sort of the play I was going to go with here. Just sort of like nonchalantly be like, yeah, but no, I'm not really. And kind of keep going.
To see how that goes? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, what could go wrong?
I will try to find extra information about this girl in case it would help us in you pretending to be her at some point, though.
Apparently, I haven't changed at all, so I guess I've got it spot on. I guess she has an accent, but her sister doesn't. I don't know.
Perhaps. It is something I've heard is quite common in this area and across Paralandia.
Well, you're traveled, you're seasoned traveler, so your voice will change. Okay, let's go meet the gentleman, and yeah, we'll go live it up. And
do you remember what his name was?
Santa Claus.
That's absolutely right. I'm gonna call him that.
It started with an H. Can I also history check to see if I recall his name or something?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. You guys can make a history check as a memory.
20.
Oh yeah, his name was Henry.
Yeah, it's Henry. That's his name. I'm going to call him Hensley though, just to see if it makes him mad.
That is.
I'm actually going to call him Santa Claus though.
Who is this Santa Claus?
I don't know, but I feel like it's going to tickle him in a way.
Is Santa Claus
an
canon?
elf story?
Oh, it's an old
of the
elf
man
story.
Who breaks into people's houses one night a year.
What a terrible man!
You guys leave the
monster
and walk outside to see a full regiment of cavaliers, the like alpha troops of the Goldridge Empire on hippogriffs, and the Henry is standing there next to one of the hippogriffs, and he says, he nods to you guys and says, "We will direct you to the Glitterhold. King Oliver is very anxious to see you, Sonra."
All right, Santa Claus. Didn't I ask for just one of you?
I am sorry, but
I told you I didn't want all the. Look at this. Look at how much of a hassle this all is.
There's a small
She
crowd
also
gathering
had
around.
Yeah, he's quite a
my
scene.
good Sir Hensley, my friend here, also would request that you call her by her chosen name, the Bell Ringer.
It's Hensley.
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 Yes, yes, Sir Hensley. That is enough.
No, it's
But
Hensley.
Bell Ringer.
Hensley.
Yes, Bell Ringer is what I said, Hensley. You're saying that your name, and I'm telling you it's Bell Ringer.
Who is Bellringer?
That's me.
The lady.
You go by Bellringer?
Sure, sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
It's very cool.
I like to ring bells,
That's right.
And
both literally and metaphorically.
Oh yeah. If you have a bell tower, you just don't let her go near it because she'll ring that fucker so long.
he turns, ignoring you, and says, "We will move out." And you guys are led by this group of 20 hippogriff knights through the streets of Goldridge to the westernmost gate in the skips. It opens for you guys, and you're led through the large ornate buildings of the noble districts further into town. You pass the large building that's next to the Glitterhold itself. There is the public library of Goldridge. It's a very large building. It's also the records of the entire empire, as well as serving as like a place for census data and that kind of thing. You guys pass through the gates of the Glitterhold itself and enter into the main hall, which is an enormous vaulted hall that has large arches stretching across the ceiling and a stained glass window that looks like an explosion of color in front of a golden throne. On it sits a young man, probably about 28, 29, with long brown hair and almost amber eyes. He stands as you guys walk in, and he says,
I will bow.
"Sonra, I am so glad to see you." He walks down the steps. "It has been so long."
Yeah, you could say that.
He kind
Almost like never, right?
of narrows his eyes and goes, You're not Sonra, are you?"
No, I never said I was.
She is the bell ringer.
He turns to the cloaked man. He says, "Henry, what? You've brought just a random woman into the hall. You have interrupted my entire day's proceedings to greet."
Look, if it helps, we actually want to help you.
He turns and goes, What do you mean? Help me? Who are you?
I know that like the queen is missing, and we just kind of happen to be in the area, and we like to help people, specifically in exchange for favors.
Or cash. Hard crystal or, fine jewelry. We
I
are
think
aids to the realm of man, and we stand by the glorious echo, the Orco echo. But we are
Echo.
but we are also opportunists of the capital nature.
Rubs his chin and goes, Are
Oh, you cut
you...
out.
Say that again.
He rubs his chin and says, Wait, I think my spies have heard of a group called the Echo Troop.
Oh, we have a fucking name now.
The echo, the troop of echoes.
I will work on that title. It is perhaps not our final answer, but
The capitalist
I like the
venture
sound
of the echo. I don't know.
Excellent. I have heard something of your exploits. You were in you're from Flavortown, yes?
That is correct.
Yep.
Yes.
And you helped the Knights of Arum in Arisia?
We did.
Yep.
Oh no, it wasn't Arisia. It was the town
No.
after Arisia.
Oh, okay.
We also had a small stint in Orisia where we helped
No.
commoners fend
Bolton.
themselves from trolls.
That was in Bolton too.
I'm making
Yeah,
it
that
up.
was.
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
lying.
Roll me a deception check.
Oh shit. Deception. I'm great at that. 11.
All right. Great.
Oh,
The king
I'll
nods.
stop lying now, guys. Don't
The
worry.
king nods and says, "Very good, very good. Then you may be able to help me. I have several mercenaries already on it, and as well as my secret police, of which Henry is the captain, though that may change if he keeps bringing me random outsiders, interrupting my entire schedule."
Yeah,
Is
I
this not
mean,
the
I'm going to
first?
be honest with you. I did try and tell him that I wasn't, who he was looking for, and he was very adamant that I was. So I just figured this would be the easiest way to resolve it all.
You bear a striking similarity to my wife's sister.
I
It is
too-
I've never heard that before, but I'm honored, I guess.
I too told Hensley several times that her name was the bell ringer. So
He
we
did,
tried.
yeah.
the bell ringer. You are a very strong woman, aren't you?
Yeah, I like to think so.
Look at those guns, those massive hulking guns.
Yes. He kind of shakes his
Anyways.
head and goes, "Oh, yes.
This is getting awkward.
I think that, yes, I would
I
like
am
to
used to
hire
being the
your
one who is
troop
like,
to help my agents find my missing wife."
Okay, great.
I-
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
What we need is a way into the capital of Gira. And you have a teleporter pad dealio thing that could be super useful.
Well, I unfortunately must inform you that we do not have a treaty with Volholm. He kind of spits the name.
Could you get us nearby, however?
I could teleport you to Nail, the capital of Nailor.
Is that closer?
Yes, it is. They have a teleporter treaty with Volholm, but again, why would you want to go to such a place?
It is a very important mission from our lords in Flavortown.
Quite
I'm
confidential.
cursed.
Confidential, I say.
Only
Confidential.
part of this situation, of course. Yes.
King raises an eyebrow and then moves Wayman aside to see Jeffrey staying there. "I almost didn't see you, little one. I'm not that little. No, you're very short."
I mean, comparatively, we are like generally like much like the average height above you. You understand?
Did you
like
say
Chester's
you were
himself in the
cursed?
night, but-
Perhaps you have heard of the great Mr. Halfling Adamson.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I
No, many
tried.
have.
No, I'm not cursed. I just so this staff, I'm just
No.
stuck to
Jeffrey.
it. I
It's
just,
not
I just
bad.
can't
It's-
let
he's a
go of it.
goofball.
It's okay.
He's a
just-
real goofball,
yeah,
you know?
I'm
He's
just
such a
kidding.
goofball.
I'm just
The
kidding.
specifics of the mission we have been sent upon is, as you understand,
He's a
important
silly
for us to
boy.
keep to ourselves.
But a teleportation bit thing to Naylor would be useful at the very least,
If
if we
we-
like help.
Yes. If we are able to provide you some assistance in recovering the queen, perhaps that is a way you could compensate us.
If
for
you
our
are-
efforts.
If my queen is recovered and you helped, I will allow you to use the teleportation pad.
So are you married to her?
Yes.
Is that okay?
That's my
What's your
wife,
last name?
Soulcaster.
It was so.
Oh,
yes.
okay. What
Yes.
family is she from?
She is from the Featherwing family.
Oh.
They
Got
are
you.
a free island merchant guild.
Is there any, perhaps, people who would want to harm the Featherwing?
There are a few, yes, though we've not gotten any ransom, which eliminates many possible agents.
Is there any reason to think that she might have just ran away?
No,
Or she just like on, a spirit finding journey.
No, she
I
would have
mean,
told
you
you.
should
guys
establish
have been married for 5 years and you don't have any kids.
Did you
Not
vacation with her?
anything weird going on there?
Did you go on a
Perhaps this
honeymoon?
is not
His lips
something he
narrow.
can answer with
And
any certainty. But we should perhaps ask more general questions.
We are
Yeah.
psychological detectives.
Look,
We
I
like
need
to
to
think about
have.
the mind of our victims and suspects.
if
Yeah,
you
we gotta have
Mm.
all of the information,
sounded
and
mad.
you know.
any information about my personal life with the Queen can be answered by my first steward. I will not suffer
Any?
such indignities.
Oh, okay, beneath you. Understood.
And he
All right,
Nice.
your first steward.
marches
Gotcha.
up the stairs
Another
and
code
sits
name
down
for
in a
boyfriend?
huff.
I don't know.
When was she last seen? I suppose.
He says, "All questions to the first steward. I'm done. I have
Gotcha.
other things to attend to."
Good day,
Absolutely.
my liege. I bid you
I
fairly
imagine.
well.
I think we made
must
him the
be-
right amount of uncomfortable.
I like it.
Well, he
It's good.
seems to be not interested in working toward
Hey,
recovering his queen
This
anymore.
is a troubling matter we should not speak of in the court of the king.
A small pudgy man comes up and goes, "Hello, my name is Harold."
Good,
Hello.
solid name, Harold. It is. I'm Pockets, Pissboot Pockets,
What? Is that your real name?
Pissboot Pockets.
It is certainly not an imaginary one.
It's spelled. It's spelled differently than it sounds. All right.
Like
It's-
PYS.
Yeah. Yes. No.
Yeah, it's definitely
Wow.
not an imaginary name.
That was pretty good,
Done
yeah.
well.
He nods and goes, "Of course not. That would be ridiculous."
Yeah, that would be
Right.
ridiculous. It's not-
Who would make up that name for
Get
themselves?
in potty in our boots, sully our boots, and name
Let's
ourselves.
get out
that.
of the
That
hall.
seems
The
silly.
king is in a mood.
That is clear.
His queen is missing.
Yes,
He
it
shuffles
is
you into a
understandable.
small side office.
Okay, quick question.
Yes. What is it?
Does she have anybody that she is close to? Perhaps a
The king won't
familiar
admit it,
gentleman?
but their relationship was on the rocks somewhat.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. I
Yeah,
called that, right?
He kind of seems a little stiff, you know.
But they're
Not in the good way.
We
Right.
should exhaust other, more threatening possibilities before we jump to that conclusion, I think.
Okay, it's not a jumping to conclusion. I was just asking if she had any, you know,
well,
what's
It is
the
possible that
alternate
it
of
is
a
coincidence, I
minute-
suppose.
a mistress or a
a
man?
mister, right?
A mister? Oh, okay.
That sounds right, yes.
Did she have a mister?
No, but she did often leave the keep for hours at a time, late at night.
Did you tail her to any place?
As the secret guard did, secret police, but she often would lose them. The times that she didn't, she seemed to still know she was being tracked and only took a walk.
And did she go missing one of these nights where she went on her nightly lounging
No.
walkabouts?
No.
When was the last time she was seen?
The day before she disappeared 3 days ago. She went to bed, and when her servants came to wake her up, she was gone. There was signs of struggle in her room, and yeah, that's about it.
Can we see her room?
Yes, this would
Yes.
be very helpful to our
Absolutely,
investigation.
We've a few of our agents have already combed it, but you're welcome to see what you can find. Yeah.
Right now.
What was that?
You cut out, sorry.
Oh,
I
he-
assume it was
yeah, he's-
welcome to do something.
He says, "You're welcome to go up. Some of our agents have already combed through it, but you're welcome to go up and see what you can find."
Is there a crime for royalty for retiring their throne? In this circumstance, would she be brought back
Yes, under
as a
Goldridge.
criminal?
Under Goldridge law, she's legally obligated to be the queen.
Okay, fair enough. So manticles I will require if we are to search for her.
Well, you know, if she's been kidnapped, like actually, then
there will likely already be manacles.
The most likely suspects of the kidnapping are the Thieves Guild in Goldridge. After the Mobin incident, there's been a larger population of bandits and thieves populating the Undercity.
Is there any specific reason that you think they are responsible?
They have been much more bold in their taking of government property in the last few months since Mobin was taken care of by the A-Team.
Anything specifically that they've stolen from the royalty family?
Or any
Yes.
specific threats against the royal family? I
No
suppose?
threats, but the last thing they stole was a royal seal of the king. Very important that we recover that.
yeah, and the queen, obviously. So I had a question. It's gone. I lost it.
Well, let me show you to her room, and we can further discuss there.
Good.
Excellent.
Excellent.
He takes you guys up a few flights of stairs to another large hallway, vaulted, double doors open to reveal a enormous bedroom, maybe 40 feet by 30 feet, with a large circular bed that's covered in a drape that's silk. You can see through it. Large white curtains, a desk, and a large lounge area that looks like a bunch of animal skins piled up in front of a fireplace.
Are they good pelts? Like
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very nice.
There's a bunch of different animals involved.
I remembered my question.
Yes.
Has there been any sort of ransom or anything sent this way for her?
No, that's why we're at a loss. We assume that if the Pockets had kidnapped her, there would be ransom.
Yeah, there's something fishy is certainly going on here. I'm gonna look around for, stuff.
Go
Yeah,
ahead and
we'll
roll me a investigation.
I'll be checking as well. Oh my
Alright,
god!
so- nice.
Oh wow.
Better investigator than me.
Damn.
Nice.
I didn't mean to link that. My bad.
That's okay.
I'm gonna use guidance.
Yep,
on
yep.
myself here, though, obviously. Oh hey.
Oh man.
Good shit, guys.
Cool.
Wow, 21, 21, 20.
Suck
Nice. All right. Well, Okareko, all three of you guys, while looking, find that the mirror on the desk, is actually a double-sided mirror, and it can be turned one way or another way. You guys turn it over and see that it's just like kind of a little bit convex, so it has a magnifying quality to it. But then, Ochre, you notice that there's like a smudge on it, and after quick thinking, Annabelle, you breathe on the mirror, creating fog. And when you create this fog, you see a heart written that looks like someone made breathed on the mirror last and then wrote this. A heart appears with "my guy" written inside of it.
All right. Okay.
Is like one word or like my
and then underneath the guy. Guy is capitalized.
Huh. Do you know anyone by the name of Guy by any chance? Just in case.
The first
Key,
steward
perhaps?
furrows his brow and says, well, the leader of the Pockets is named Guy Olgun, but I entirely doubt that is what that is
Sorry.
referring to.
The Pockets of
Can I say that I was
What
like
again?
standing in front of him when they were doing their investigation, so that
Sure.
he doesn't see what we uncover? I guess.
Okay,
'Cause
yeah,
I'll just be
sure,
asking him
sure.
questions.
Yeah, so he doesn't notice the heart. But yeah, he says that the leader of the Patches, the Thieves Guild in town, is named Guy Olgan.
Perhaps you might know where these patches are about. Maybe their
No,
favorite hangout places.
we've been looking for them for the last 2 days.
And what indication did you have that they were responsible for the theft of the seal previously?
Oh, they left their fucking calling card.
Ooh, what
Which
is that?
A pocket.
A box?
Yeah, that's.
It's usually a pants pocket or a shirt pocket.
Okay.
I think you're gonna like these guys, Pissboots.
Well, we might have things in common. It's very coincidental. I'll tell you that I enjoy pockets on my shirt. No, it's I have not met these patches once.
Listen, if you wanna talk to the person closest to the pockets, then I suggest going find Eric Enbender. He is the bartender at the Old Tea. We've raided it a few times and found stolen objects that have been associated with the pockets. We've interrogated him quite a few times now, but he's not given us any information. What was
Say
that?
that again.
Well, of course he's not just gonna like offer up information.
Oh, we tortured him pretty good.
We're gonna have to
Oh.
like follow him.
Well, good luck finding him. As soon as we let him go from torturing, he disappeared.
Weird how that happens.
Yes, when you shatter their minds and bodies, they tend to usually stick around because they are feeble-minded. You must not have tortured him good enough.
Guess not. All right, and we are probably going to go ahead and take our break at that point here, as the mystery of where Jennifer Soulcaster has gone to deepens. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back in about 15 minutes. We're going to play a break video, so you got something to do while we take a bathroom break. And we will be right back. Goodbye!
In the book, as they're printed, a lot of the classes kind of have a narrative concept that's sort of directly associated with them. How important are those to you as a DM? How much do you like your players to stay in those lines?
Well, I think that the main thing to look at is what kind of game you're running. Because if we go back to the combat versus narrative. If you're in a game that is mostly combat, it probably won't even come up. You're not going to have the issues of going against your patron. Whereas if you're in a role play game, I feel like there's a lot more opportunity there for those conversations to be had.
I guess, yeah, we're saying patron, and I'm sure everybody's sitting here thinking warlock or whatever. But in my mind, when you say, the characters that get their power from a divine entity, I lump in clerics, paladins, druids frequently as well. I would say that those are probably, or at least traditionally, those would have been the classes that also had that kind of connection.
I would address it if you're going to be any class, because there are other things that can be applied to certain classes. For instance, in my game, a wizard, a particular wizard, is drawing a bulk of their power from their spell book. That is a source that can be removed from them, and it can be done with any class basically if you're going that flavor route. The main thing is that there's an understanding between the players and the DM that it is a possibility, if everyone's in agreement, that if you go against your patron to where that's where you get your power, that things could happen.
As a DM, I tend toward saying, like, if you as a player are interested in exploring that relationship, and then also kind of handing me the power to yank the cord on your class features at will, essentially, if you don't do the things that you've established the entity you're obligated to wants you to do. But I don't like doing that to players unless it's very clearly established, I guess. Yeah, like you're saying, that's the way it's gonna work. Because I tend to not make warlocks as a player, because a lot of DMs will do things to warlock players that they would never consider doing to anyone playing any other class, because it says in the book that you have to interact with this entity. I see classes as sort of a mechanical skeleton that you are supposed to tie your sort of like whatever narrative concepts to. But there are going to be DMs who say, no, you're a warlock. This is how warlock patron relationship works every single time, because that's what a warlock is. That's an integral component to the nature of the class. And I don't think that that's wrong. I would argue with that DM. But they aren't wrong. It's just a difference of opinion.
For instance, in my game, that is most definitely a thing. We just finished a little sub arc where the warlock, who was becoming quite griefed at the aspect of being evil and being subjected to this patron, this deity, and their soul not being theirs and whatnot, they went through some sort of inner conflict and came out the other side thinking that, hey, I need to redeem myself. So I allowed that. They went on a little sub campaign to redeem the warlock's soul and to pledge themselves to a goodly deity. And it was a long process. It was fun, but story-wise, it made a lot of sense. And role play, it gave a lot of interactions, a lot of fun role play in there, and no one's feelings are hurt because of the taking of the power from not following in the line. You have to be willing to be malleable with certain of these situations like that.
Right. I think it can be a really fun element to a game to have this sort of struggle back and forth between, you as an entity who's been given this gift of power, and then the thing that's giving you that power, trying to keep that relationship in check when you're clearly, you could just be wiped off the face of the planet at the snap of a finger. Like it makes, that happens a ton in, the procedural TV shows, shit like that. There's all sorts of situations like that do foster drama very well. But I find myself frequently frustrated if I was thinking that I was just picking a couple of class features because it helped me achieve this other narrative concept I was going for. But they're like, oh no, now you're indebted to this other entity. Like, it's like, well, I don't want that really.
There's no wrong way to go about it. If that's not a thing in your game, that's fine. If it is a thing, that's also fine. It just, as long as everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. Right.
Just the main number one thing is just to address it up front and be on the same page with your DM and your players, saying, hey, this is a thing that can happen. And if that's not something that you agree with, and if that's not something that you want to have to deal with, there's no shame in just going to another table.
Well, after that really hard encounter with that terrible beast, I need some new equipment. This looks like a good place to get something. Hello. Can I get...
My name is Cornwall, Snot Gobbler the Fifth. State your business, ruffian.
I was looking for some dungeon equipment?
I will be the judge of that. Kneel, knave.
Kneel? But I thought this was a general store.
Of course it is. All customers must kneel before the great Cornwallis Snot Gobbler the Fifth. It is local custom.
Local custom is to kneel before shopkeepers? The last shop I went to didn't force me to kneel.
I am a special shopkeeper. I am Cornwallis Snot Gobbler the Fifth. Now kneel, or you will not peruse my wares.
Are there any other general stores in town?
No.
Of course not. Alright, I'll kneel.
And kiss my feet. And call me Freddy.
No. Nope. 100 feet of rope is not worth this. Nope. Nope. Well, at least I can get something to eat.
Hello. I am Gregory Smith Bumtackle, the
Fuck.
Create something.
Without delving too deeply into this philosophical alignment debate,
Right.
which is a big deal, I think the main thing is alignment is the word that we use sort of to describe your party's intent, I suppose. My campaign, I didn't allow for evil alignments because it's a heroic setting. The whole thing is that I want all of my players' characters to be on the same page as far as what their overall goals are, and that being to do good. If you have a campaign setting where it's the opposite, that's fine, but it's not going to work if your campaign setting is an evil setting and your goal is to do nefarious things, and you have a lawful good paladin on your party.
Exactly.
It's not going to work. The whole point of the alignment system, for what I'm talking about in setting up a party, is to have everyone on the same page. Not to delve deeply into the philosophy of every alignment and every character. It's just to keep everybody on the same page.
You're picking teams in the cosmic struggle, for the universe or whatever. It doesn't, it's as much a faction as it is or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
in older editions of D&D, that was exactly how it was formulated, basically. And I think it's most effective. The 9-box system is most effective when used like that. But I think that there is, as someone who grew up playing D&D with half the party good, half the party evil, or one person who was like, fuck everybody, we want to do this campaign, I'm making this character. There's room for that kind of game, I think, where it's a little bit more combative. Everybody at the table is there with the understanding that they're gonna be trying to screw each other over and mess up the plans of the party, and that the big bad evil is gonna be one of the people in the party or something.
Exactly.
I think there's room for that, but yeah, it's very important that everybody's on the same page still, because you can, those imaginary conflicts and slights can become real conflicts and slights very quickly.
Very much so. I feel like that is before you get started, that's like a pre-session zero sort of conversation. Put everybody on the same page. Let everybody have an understanding of what they're okay with, what they'd like to do, and what is tolerable. Because you've got a spectrum of the player versus player conflict, whereas on one side, pranking and playing and sort of a little, conflict or whatever. On the other side is straight up PvP.
Right.
And in my book, I'm okay with the spectrum so long as it fits thematically. If it makes sense, if it feels good, not just to say, hey, I want to kill this guy because I don't like him, that doesn't make sense. I mean,
rogue, so I'm gonna steal everybody's loot.
Yeah, it does. That
I'm
just
gonna
doesn't
kill
work
some
for me.
barbarian. Well. But if there's real conflict and strife that leads to fight, and then obviously everybody, both people are interested in pursuing that shit. Otherwise, if you got two people who are actually have some real life conflict that they're acting out in the middle of your D&D game, that's usually not a fun situation for anyone. So yeah, I think that's the thing. It's just if everybody's on the same page, I don't think there's a wrong answer, personally.
Everybody just needs to know where they stand before you get started. You don't want to find out, you know, a couple months down the road, however many 8 sessions down the road, that, oh yeah, this guy over here is going to be doing bad things,
Like,
and you're not prepared. Yeah, you're not prepared for that. There's no wrong direction if everybody's on the same page.
Right.
Welcome to Big Seeds General Store. We have the largest selection of fantasy-based items on this side of the Greater Dandaris River. Why don't we go inside and check out what I have for sale? Let's go. We are now inside Big Seeds General Store. Let's see what I have for sale. Well, this sure looks like a fine selection. We have bananas, onions, dragon eggs, pajama pants, occult statues, daggers, dangerous animals, socks, small figurines, real fake daggers, diplomas, drink koozies, hammers, potatoes. Well, that's just a small bit of our inventory. So you should do yourself a favor and come on down to Big Seeds General Store, where we will treat you like you want to be treated. Hello, everybody. We are back from break, continuing on with the misadventures of the accidental travelers. They are in the queen's bedroom right now, trying to find out where she went, what happened to her, with the first steward, named Harold. You guys have found a heart that was written on the mirror, in, hand grease, that said, my guy, and written in a heart. And we're told that the name of the leader of the Pocket Thieves Guild is named Guy Olgan. Harold kind of goes, well, is there anything else that you would like to know?
Perhaps if you could, was there any regular place, if you are aware at least, that those who are following the queen at nights when she went on her walks, was there any consistent place where they would lose track of her?
Yes, south of the keep, somewhere by the south gate.
And the that's not the voice I'm using. And I'm trying to get in character voice. Yes, this is it. The south gate, is that where the old tea is located?
Yes, it's located in the south. Oh, that's not his voice either. Yeah, it's located in the South Wall neighborhood.
Good, yes. Then perhaps that is where we will lead our investigations.
Excellent.
Yes, it seems perhaps if we can track this Eric down, that may be our best lead into this debacle.
Could I like if we're gonna be starting to head out, could I take a look at the her dresser area to see if there's any chests that are like for storing jewelry or
Yes,
something like
there
that?
is a jewelry box sitting on the desk.
Okay. I'd like to try and as he spins around to leave the door as we're going to exit, I'd like to try and open it and nab one.
Okay. You find that it is locked, but the jewelry box itself is small enough to at least pick up and put in your coat. It's maybe 4 inches by 6 inches, and 3 inches.
Well, I do
tall.
have a satchel as well, so I could probably stow it in my satchel.
Are you going
That
to do
seems
that?
that seems dangerous. I don't know if I'll do that. That seems nah. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. You guys leave. That would have added another wrinkle. You guys leave.
Yes.
And he guides you guys out of the Glitterhold's Bastille, back out to the inner city. He says, just head south and you'll hit the South Wall neighborhood.
Is there something you can give us to assure that we will be let back into the inner city should we need to be?
Yes. Here. He reaches into his coat and brings out a small sealed letter. He says, that's a writ of guidance. You'd be able to get through any of the gates in town.
Wonderful. Thank you. You grab that up.
Like every town that we go to, we take a hall pass from each
It's
city.
actually pretty common in Goldridge.
Yes, many cities even will do the taxing by the goods which pass through certain gates or do not, and things of that nature. He just like sighs or something. I don't know. It goes on. Apparently El Greco is very like supply side
Right.
economics.
When he ushers us out to I guess like the landing area, I suppose, of the keep, I'll turn to ask him, I do like a good read. Perhaps you could point me in the direction once we've accomplished this task, if there would be anything that I would find interesting to read.
Well, there's the Goldridge National Library right there. So, that's got some good stuff to it.
Oh, okay. Well, I will take a gander.
With that writ, you'll be able to get inside.
Fantastic. This is good news. Very well. We will be on our way.
He's also a library card. He's like holding up the. It's not
Dual
just a hall
purposing the
pass.
cards is very economic, very efficient.
That's what we're about here in Goldridge.
That
Efficiency.
makes sense.
I can tell by
What?
dead people.
What about dead people?
I can tell by the use of dead people
Oh,
as
yes.
like labor.
Yes, the Sephorum. Very efficient.
Is that like, are the people who are dead like involved in that? Do they experience the labor? Are you aware?
Oh, they are soulless automatrons.
Yes.
Just flesh
Is that the
bags
case?
that, yes.
Just like stinky robots.
According to the necromancers that the obit in necromancy school, that yes, that they're just using the corpses as like vessels of their own will.
Yes.
Excellent. It's just a point of curiosity. Sorry.
I
Not
still
to
feel
that
like
rule.
that's really fucked up. Just personal
It is
opinion.
less concerned,
Not that,
right?
not that it would really matter. They were criminals in life anyways, so.
Or debtors. Don't forget
Or
debtors.
debtors. Even worse, if you ask
They're
me.
now dead.
Owing the state. Paying back. Good riddance.
That's good. Debtors.
Shut the fuck up.
Pissboots
right.
believes in equal taxation.
You guys are released. You're free to head south if you would like towards the old T.
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah, we should.
All right. You guys exit the south
Debtors.
gate and head to the old T. It is a large tavern that is built in a old guard tower. It is 4 stories high, but only about 15 feet by 15 feet on each floor. So the tavern portion takes up the first 2 floors, and the inn portion takes up the top 2 floors. You guys are walk inside. You see the bartender behind the counter is in fact Eric Enbender, and you can tell because his face is very fucked up. He has a black eye, his lip is fat, and one ear has been partially removed.
I'll slap Annabelle on the shoulder. I I guess like once we've kind of entered.
Mm-hmm.
This is perhaps where you would ask if we could find your sister, right, Sonra?
Yeah. Her name's just for clarification, Jennifer, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least that's my report.
Oh, your sweet, sweet sister. Where might we find her?
Yeah, I'm get into character, kind of slap my cheeks a little bit.
I'll slap your
kinda.
cheeks too. I
These
said you're getting
people are
into character.
staring
That's
at
what we
us.
do. I slap
Wait,
my
can
cheeks.
I slap you too?
No.
Oh.
Jeffrey. I'll
No,
slap your
because if you
cheeks, it's
slap
fine.
me, you might actually really hurt me accidentally. So,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
have like a posh voice, perhaps?
well, I can certainly try,
Oh, that's pretty
but
good.
I can't
did not seem-
guarantee anything.
Oh, that the
did not-
guarantee is kind of a little posh.
Did not seem that the other Henry or Hensley or what have you was surprised to hear the manner in which you are speaking. So perhaps you do not need to stray too far from your
I'm not
normal.
going to try very hard. It's just more of, I'm
But
going to
the
walk
king
up
did
to.
not.
I'm going to walk up to the bar and just ask for a drink first.
He looks at you and kind of squints, and he goes, "A drink?"
Yeah, just whatever you got lying around.
Echo's gonna stand up, right behind, like off her back shoulder, kind of like he's supposed
He
to be keeping an eye on her.
kind of grins a little bit and takes a scoop of the dishwater that he's working with and hands it out to you.
All right. Well, you don't have to be a smart ass about it.
He kind of chuckles and dumps it out and then wipes off the glass and goes, "I'm just kidding. All right. So, how about whiskey? You like whiskey?"
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds really good, actually, especially after the shit ale I just had to drink.
Stiff drink, yes.
He pours you a 2-finger glass of whiskey and slides it over to you.
Thanks.
So, what are you doing in town?
Oh, this and that, hoping for a bit of a family reunion one day.
Kind of nods slowly. I think I understand what you mean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be great, You just kind of got it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how, the families, just meet sometimes in very strange places.
He kind of rubs his chin a little bit and says, "You wouldn't happen to be," kind of looks left, looks right, "Mrs. S, would you?"
Well, I
Echo
mean,
like turns around real quick with it and puts a hand to a weapon.
I
Like,
grab
it's all
a
done.
dagger and spin it around on the table with my finger on it, and I just give him a glare.
it wouldn't be very prudent to just come out and say that, right? So,
He nods and goes, "We can talk further in the back room if you'd feel more comfortable there. Are your companions your
Seeing-
bodyguards?"
Seeing your face makes me think we should speak in some matter of secrecy.
"Yes, well, you can thank the crown for this."
yeah, I sort of had a feeling that might be what's going on. Honestly, I just want to know the truth. So I mean, if you got a second, I'd love to chat with you.
He nods, and then there's like maybe 5 or 6 patrons in the bar right now, and he goes, "Bar's closed. Finish up your drinks. Get out of here." So there's some moans and groans, but he kicks them out, closes the door, locks it, switches the open sign, and then ushers you guys up 3 floors to one of the private rooms and locks that door, and then goes, "All right, I think that we're safe in here."
Excellent.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I do so.
No magic other than what's on your guys right now.
It
Look-
would seem that we are not being surveyed by the arcane talents and eyes. It is clear to speak, milady.
Thanks, Mr. Pockets.
You're welcome.
What? His name is Mr. Pockets?
Pissboots pockets,
Pissboots
actually.
is my family's name. Pockets will do for friends.
Well, interesting.
Look, I really just want to know the truth of it all. I don't really care what happened. I just got to figure it out.
It would be best if she could speak with the queen and confirm her safety and well-being.
Nod so you know where the queen is.
Well, I kind of have an idea, but I need someone to sort of confirm or deny it for me. And you seem like the right chap to sort of send me on the right way.
Yes, I can certainly send you on the right way. I cannot tell you anything, but I can show you.
Yeah, that'll do.
All right. It's actually easy enough. He walks down the stairs. This building is each floor. To get there is a staircase that goes up one wall and then up another wall to get to the next floor. You guys walk back down to the lower floor, and then he walks over to a spot next to the other wall and pulls a sconce, and another set of stairs appears that goes down deeper from the first floor.
There's always
Yes. Travel this 4 floors down, and you'll come to another door. Once you reach that door, just, once they see your face, they should let you inside.
great. This was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Of course, the matter of our existence being in your tavern never happened. Right,
Of
Eric?
course. No.
Of course.
Thank you very much. You've actually been like really helpful, and I'm gonna give him like 2 gold.
Oh, thank you, my lady.
We appreciate the service that you give our queen.
Of course. Pissboots pockets.
All right, and I'll start
Necro
heading down the
just
stairs.
nods sternly.
All right. You guys head down the stairs, and the floors below here are the first one is a storage room. It's like a basement storage area. The second floor down is what looks like a training area with dummies and targets set up, a line of weapons. The floor beneath that is a barracks and a sleeping quarters. There's actually 2 men asleep on the far corner. And the floor beneath that is another tavern, but this one is made out of black stone. In fact, the walls of these rooms and the floors have been black stone as well. Almost a glass obsidian looking like structure. You enter into the tavern, and there is another bartender down here, who is a large, full orc figure. He looks at you guys in surprise and goes, "Why, I did not think that we had more company."
Yeah, I'm really sorry to sort of barge in like this, but it's like really important.
A few men at the tables stand up and pull weapons, but then kind of relax after a little bit after the bartender puts his hand up, and he goes, Eric let you down?
Yeah, he's a really nice.
He was quite helpful.
Nods slowly and says, why are you here?
Look, I just really need to find someone, and it's really important. I don't really care like what happened, how it happened. I'm just looking for some answers, to be honest.
Who do you need to see?
I think you know the answer to that question.
No, I do not.
Can I roll an insight on that? Let's
Sure.
see if it seems like he actually does it. Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's testing you.
Echo just kind of put a hand on Annabelle's shoulder and say, is of paramount importance that she see the her relation, which we are under the impression is staying here. I'm certain that she will not be excited to learn that you have kept her family member from her.
He sighs and says, "Wait here. I will see." He walks over to another wall and pushes in a stone and then pulls out a stone next to it. The wall rotates and he disappears behind it. The few men sitting at the tables relax a little bit and sit back down at the tables, but they're all watching you guys pretty intently. It takes a good 20 minutes before the wall turns back around and the bartender is there.
Dang,
lot of
like
heroic
sit
posing.
down or something.
If you guys want to, yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you want
not.
to try to play like invent a handshake, like a very cool handshake or patty cake game?
I would
you
love
know?
to. Yes.
I was asking Annabelle, but
Oh, okay.
I am busy trying to strike a heroic pose.
yeah,
It
you
is
looked
important
like
for
you were trying to
asserting
figure out what
dominance.
your next statue was gonna be, so it looked very busy.
No, I really like this idea. Maybe we could start out with like some sort of like slide action.
Ooh, I like the
Like-
slide and then a little flare. Yeah, oh yes,
Yeah,
I saw what you were
yeah.
doing there. Yeah, nice. Okay,
Going
we
to
figured that
meet-
out for like the whole 20
Right.
minutes.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Wall turns back around and the bartender looks at you and says, "She has a question."
Hold up, we're figuring one thing out. So are we gonna do the punch and then the arcane explosion flare with the spell
Yeah, I
casting?
think
Yeah.
the finale should be
That's good.
like the sparks, you know.
Oh,
I like
okay.
that.
Cool, good, cool.
That way people really know we mean business
Oh yes, very
because
cool.
it's a handshake.
Okay, okay. What was your question, sir?
She wants to know, Sonra, what was the animal that Jennifer slept with every night?
What were some of the pelts that were near the fireplace?
Ooh, good call.
Roll a survival check.
Oh shit! Wow.
Each of you guys can do that if you want to. A survival check.
Ooh,
Oh.
this is not going to be good. I don't want to
Can I
do
do
it.
nature? Maybe?
Nature too. Nature would work. Yeah, I will allow nature.
10. Oh, 19.
Not helpful.
I saw 10, but I got a 19.
My bad. Hey.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
Damn, girl.
All right. So for the most part, the pelts were pelts of great cats around Paralandia.
Okay.
Do I know like a specific, like a saber tooth kind of like mountain beast cat?
Yeah, they're like a saber-toothed mountain cat from the northern portions of Paralandia. There was like
No.
4 or 5 of those pelts of different colors.
A northern tiberitis, was it not what you said?
Perhaps it was the hippogriffs. That is the mountains. He just kind of like shrugs. I don't
No,
I don't
it's not the hippogriff. But I would certainly say that I can recall potentially a saber-tooth tiger stuffed animal
He
esque deal.
nods slowly and walks over to the wall and pulls it. But then as the wall rotates, he stops it so that it's half open and says, "That was correct. You may go down. She will see you."
Nice.
I wipe sweat from my. Oh, that was.
I
good
had
as
the
such.
utmost confidence in
I just got to rolling the dice. I just saw. the pelts.
Oh my gosh. So you guys walk through that secret door. And what you see kind of takes your breath away. You guys have gone down 4
Sorry.
stories and you are you come out to what looks like a patio almost. That overlooks an enormous cavern that is hundreds of feet deep. You guys are on the ceiling of this cavern. It is all made of pitch black stone. The ceiling of this cavern has many buildings and towers that stretch down from the top that are many floored, that are connected by long black bridges. You can see that there are some lights in the towers flickering or remaining steady and pulsing strange colors. In the center of this upside down, strange black upside down city is a gigantic keep that looks almost like a mirror of the Glitterhold, but this keep is made out of pitch black stone. There are wicked looking Gothic spires instead of the sweeping arches of the Glitterhold itself, but the windows are dark and unlit. In fact, it looks like it is slightly damaged as well from an explosion that has knocked a few of the towers loose. The floor of this cavern is pitch black and full of water that seems very deep. You guys see that this patio is connected to another tower that is by a long black bridge made of the same like obsidian-like stone.
Well, it's actually very beautiful down here.
That is an entire city.
Yeah, but like the stone is just, it's amazing. How can it be so different down here than up there? I mean, I feel like we're in a completely different place.
That is quite interesting. I wonder how many folks know of this.
Is there a
Yes.
lot of fish down there in the deep black waters?
I don't want to know. There was this one time that we found a cave river, and one of my friends tried to find what was in it, and he almost got eaten by a giant fish.
That sounds like a made-up story.
It wasn't. Really
I-
happened. Honest.
I can't
Sounds
believe such an
terrifying.
idiot went down there. Then what a dummy!
Oh my god. Perhaps he is telling the truth. It still sounds like a made up story.
Okay, well, perhaps
Is there
we-
like sorry, go ahead.
yeah, is there like a walkway?
Yeah, like a
To-
long
yeah.
black bridge that connects to the tower next door.
Are we being followed while we walk there? Or is the gate guard
No,
still just back
the
there?
door closed, and on that side you can see that there's a lever that allows you to get back into that tower.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose we must head this way and
Perhaps
Yeah,
we-
this is
perhaps
gonna
that is
be
where she's
really interesting. I don't know if she's gonna buy this. She might like call me out the second we get down there.
That's a
Is
good
likely.
point. That's a very good point.
To be
But-
honest with you, I'm telling the truth. I like really don't care, what the circumstances are. I mean, if she
But-
ran away for a reason, there's a reason.
But we could
Yes.
use the teleportation circle.
We have promised the Lord that we would do our best to return her.
And this
I'm
is
not
an
certain
unlawful
that I can go
action
back
as
on that.
well. She is a criminal.
Technically,
That's
she
true.
is, yes, legally required to remain in the castle and serve as queen.
And
You
also
guys-
probably stealing the
That's well.
seals very criminal as well.
I
Yeah.
think perhaps she may have been involved in this, and if that
So
is
we're
the
going to
case,
fight
yes, this is
them.
quite serious.
Till they're all extinct from this
I
castle.
think perhaps we do not start with that option, though it is on the table.
You guys
Jeffrey, blow it
reach
up, Jeffrey.
the
Jeffrey,
next
blow it up now.
tower.
Let her
And
rip.
you walk through the door. It is another looks like a living area. There are long couches set up, as well as game tables and a small stage on one side of the wall. A very beautiful looking woman that it resembles Annabelle a lot, only is a little shorter and much less built, muscular. Runs forward, tears in her eyes, but then she stops suddenly and goes, You're not Sonra at all."
Oh man, yeah, I was
Who-
like really worried this was gonna happen.
Who are you? What?
The cat question was very interesting. We kind of got it just by the nape of luck, really.
How did you?
I was going to say, guess a hippogriff.
She had a lot of pelts that
She
looked like
looks
large
panicked,
cats.
and she looks like she's about to run.
Oh, don't
Look, please, look,
Yeah,
don't
it was
run,
like-
don't run.
It's fine.
We
I'm
are
not
to-
here to like, bust your balls or nothing. Well, I mean, maybe I might be, but I really just want to know what is going on.
She sighs and looks and says, "Did my husband send you?
What now?
Did my husband send you?"
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people looking for you. You're a queen. You've disappeared for 3 days. It's not a good look.
And we're extremely good investigators.
Are we
so-
cousins? Are you a member of? Are you one of Auntie Betty's bastard children?
Not that I'm
Echo looks
aware
over.
of. My parents are from Malaysia. They're shop owners.
Huh.
I mean, but we might be. I don't know. Maybe one day.
Bastards do travel,
Yeah.
Well,
I also have red hair,
no matter.
so maybe I'm related somehow.
If you found me, eventually the others will find me.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to find maybe like a peaceful resolution to this all, without having to drag you back to jail or, break up the promise that we made to the king, like I just want a happy ending for once.
What if you gave us the seal and then we were like, no queen though,
The seal. What are you
Well.
talking about?
Oh,
Someone stole
Oh.
the king's seal.
yeah, we
that
kind
wasn't
of
you.
thought it was you.
No, I remember when the seal was stolen, but it was not me, and I don't.
Oh.
I was told that it wasn't the patches either.
Well, he
Well, you were told it was.
yeah, we were told that
They
it
left
was
their
stolen
pocket.
shortly after or before, perhaps when you left.
Yes, it was in the announcements while I was leaving.
Oh,
And,
Interesting.
just to sort of nail this down, you are not here against your will.
yeah,
correct?
No,
you're here out of a love, a romance with this
Yes,
guy.
guy
right? Yeah.
is. We fell in love. He
Okay.
tried to pickpocket me of 2 years ago, and well, he grabbed a little something else, and I kind of
There
went from
is-
there.
This is a
Oh.
classic meet cute.
Oopsie booty grab. Oops.
Jesus.
So many times it's happened to me.
Are
Great
you in-
relationships start from that.
That seems right.
Damn, that must have been like one magical touch.
Nice.
Yeah.
in
fact,
anyway.
so magical that maybe it would it be fine with you if I tried to detect any magic that might be on you, perhaps a convincing charming spell that has been cast upon your person.
That's like
How
a
long has
valid
this
point.
been- How long has this been going on? I suppose
I met him 2 years ago.
Oh,
that is likely
that's
not
a little long.
magic.
Yeah,
but
that might not be
it's
that
not
might be the
precluded,
magic of love,
perhaps.
you know.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
a very strong spell that I haven't figured out quite yet.
Well,
I think it's safe to say that you're probably more just convinced by his charismatic and beautiful figure that he might have. I don't know. I don't know him
He's
personally.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
that is
Yes.
fantastic. Look, I think that perhaps we should, get back to this. You were unaware of the involvement of the Thieves Guild in
Yes,
the
and
the theft of the seal.
I will have to ask Guy. He told me that they weren't involved, but was there? What did you hear, and who did you hear it from?
The steward told us that, or perhaps it was the king himself. I cannot remember exactly, but we were told that they left their calling card at the site.
A
of
pocket.
the
Yep.
odds.
Yes.
Guy. He lied to me.
Oh, darn.
He's-
This is a twist for you
Shoot.
and us, I suppose.
What a surprise. A thief lied.
And then stole
You don't
something.
understand.
The audacity.
I have
He
a
was
quick
trying
question.
to steal from you the first time that
It's
you met
true.
him.
He's
I'm
lit.
just
He's doing the
saying.
long con.
That's like red
He did the
flag
long
number
con.
1, and you just completely ignored it. I mean,
That's kind of on you.
yeah.
So, let's back up a second. This is a very fascinating place we find ourselves in. It seems to break the rules of science and laws of physics. You're saying that this. You were saying that this was an upside down version of like the castle.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Well,
It was
you
like
guys aren't
hanging
in it.
from
You're
stalactites
you're
more than
in
anything.
one of a tower hanging from the roof. Yeah, there's stalactites. It's not like you're reversed either. The
okay, I
floors
see.
are
Yeah.
like
I thought shit
floors.
might have
No.
shifted. Okay.
It's not like
Oh,
gravity's
okay.
I
like
got
taking
you.
down. It's just everything is
I see
built
what
from
you're
the
saying,
ceiling
though,
down,
yeah.
but
Okay.
the floors are still
Understood.
Yep.
I have one peculiar question. This is a fascinating structure built from very innovative people, I'm sure. Is it well do you understand what this building is? I'm fascinated by it.
Well, this is the undercity of the Glitterhold. It was discovered, only fairly recently. Mobin, the Lich, lived here and had a fairly large force of undead collected. But the A-team cleared them out and defeated him.
Goddamn the A team. I hear about them everywhere we go.
Yeah, I let Cat escape the A team.
They're
Well,
so
they
cool.
were not only that, but they were funded by the King of Flavortown, and
Yes.
it's ever since then. Well, the pocket or patches moved in, and Guy has been setting himself up as something of a underworld king.
Okay.
Well, look, there's obviously some things that you two might need to work out, like privately. But what you say, we air your dirty laundry in front of everybody, because like,
Before we do that though, hold on. I had a follow-up question to this building, right? If it's like, is it like an exact replica of what's upstairs?
No, it's
Okay.
much different. Yes.
Does it have a teleportation circle?
No, it does not.
God damn it! That would have made my decision much easier to just side with you. But now, now I have decisions to make.
What do you mean?
Well, you are a criminal.
Speaking.
Technically, yes, shirked your legal obligation as queen.
as of right now, everybody thinks you were kidnapped. So if this goes sideways, we can always just stick with that and sell it.
Yeah, how about we sell that? You were kidnapped.
Perhaps we
instead.
should speak with this individual and ensure that he has, in fact, taken the seal. He shrugs. I mean, it is possible that someone just left the calling card to throw suspicion.
I haven't actually seen him since I got down here.
Boy, that didn't.
You haven't
spell
seen
any
him
red
in-
flags as well, perhaps.
I was told by Goron that he was busy.
Goron.
For 3 days.
Well, yes. We only met once a week, and I assumed that, well, you know.
Sure,
I think you're getting played. I mean, just straight up. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He kind of left you with the money bag, but took all the money, I think.
Have you had your room locked from the outside?
Yeah, are you allowed to leave?
I can go anywhere in the Undercity.
Yeah, but like, are you allowed to leave the Undercity?
Well, technically no one is allowed to leave the Undercity unless under direct allowance from Guy.
Oh, shit.
Wow, that sounds pretty intense.
So,
Another red flag, maybe?
How about we
not
keep...
important.
How about, since he lied to you, you do a little fib and keep this charade that she is your sister? Does that work for you just for the moment until we
You
figure
might be
things
more
out?
inclined, to be honest with
I think that is wise. If he is truly being dishonest, then I think that we need to find out more information.
Who is
Lead the-
Goron? Who is Goron?
He's his second in command. And he's the only
Okay.
connection I've had to him for the last few days.
Where's Goron now?
The last time I saw him was for breakfast. He dropped it off and then left.
Okay. Could we go speak to Goron about perhaps facilitating a visit with your lover?
I suppose.
Yes.
Yes.
King of Thieves, as it would appear he is propping himself up to be.
The pocket man.
She
himself.
takes you out of the tower that you're in, and you guys travel across these long bridges, stopping at these interconnected towers. Most of them are abandoned. They have no one in them. Or if they do have someone in them, it's like a guard detail of 5 dudes. As you guys travel, you see that the cavern below, the water is churning as if it is draining constantly. There is something of a large whirlpool that forms in the darkness. You guys reach the central tower.
What a haunting little
Ah,
fountain.
he's
I
quite
do not
ominous,
like it.
yes.
If you fell in that, you're dead. You're just gonna
Oh,
bash up against the rocks.
yeah.
Do
beneath.
they execute folks by kicking them into that? Because it will be
Very
quite
efficient.
dramatic.
Yes.
It's very pretty, though. I mean, like, astonishing to look at.
There are
You just kick them in
things
there
living
like,
in the
this is
water.
Goldridge. Just punt the masses back in the pit.
Yeah. Oh, that's like a really good from there. That's a good punishment.
Yeah.
That is pretty excellent.
Yes. There is a room in this palace that is just, there is a door that opens that drops people into the.
The moon door.
Classic, yes.
Or the toilet. The toilet.
Oh, the cells are
Men in
Moban
black.
cells. We don't use them, or at least Guy promised me he wouldn't use them. But there are cells designed to slowly open day by day,
Nice. Pretty
a little bit
cool.
at a time until you have to fall into
Good
the
God.
water.
This is horrifying place to live in. Who would ever decide to raise children here?
You
I
guys.
mean, yeah, like red flag number 4, girl.
I would
Come on
also.
now.
Well,
I
I
have
mean,
to warn you.
I imagine that he is not the one who built this castle.
Oh yeah, Moban seems to be
Yeah.
the one.
And
right.
perhaps it was here even before that. Just looking around, does it seem like it's an
it's
ancient construction
Yeah.
or something
Yep.
like that? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
wondering.
The real
There are-
psychopaths made this place.
there are
She
many
also
who
turns
live,
and says,
you know,
I
outside
also
of
have
it.
to warn you, Goron has quite a temper. I would be
Oh,
Thought you were about to be like,
So don't
4 hours.
fuck with this one. You're saying
no,
we fuck with people a lot.
That
don't
is
fuck
sort
with
of our thing.
Goron. He is.
Okay.
Okay. I'll
Same.
try.
You guys are led into the basically like waiting hall of this large tower construct, and you walk up to the door. In front of it is a halfling who is just rippling with muscle. He is probably about 130 pounds, but he is 4'4". He on his back is a full-sized axe, like double-bladed war axe. His arms are crossed, and he kind of glares at you guys as you come in, and he goes, "All right, what is this?"
Can I like sort of pull from my pocket a little grasshopper, which is my familiar right now,
Sure.
and whisper a spell into him and sort of set him on Annabelle's shoulder?
What was the spell?
Second.
What is
What-
the spell?
Oh, enlarge.
Okay. So yeah, you put him on his shoulder. He glares and at Son or not Sonra, at Jennifer, and goes, "What are you doing out of the room? I told you Guy is very busy today." Yes, but my sister is here, and she has some important information to share with him, as well as we have some questions. They were sent by my husband. He kind of, you see some color creep up from his neck, and he says, "Why were they let in?" She says, "'Cause I wanted to see her."
And to assist in any fashion that we may be usable to the King of Patches.
It is our hope to mediate this conflict in some way, perhaps.
He huffs and goes, "Give me a second." Opens the large door and walks inside. After maybe 4 minutes, he comes back out and says, "Fine, but I'm going to be watching."
What is he
That's
doing?
not creepy at all.
He's planning.
Do you like to watch? Is that your thing?
Yes, that is my thing.
Okay, cool.
That was a
told not-
really aggressive way to say thing. I'm alarmed by it.
I was told
Nice.
not to fuck with you. That was a genuine question.
Leave
just
your
so
truth, you know. It's
It is your truth.
He
good to know what your thing is.
leads you into the large hall,
Thumbs up and walk.
which is still has corpses in it from the battle with the A-team. As the throne is very strange, it is a large chair, but in the chair is a raised like pedestal where you assume the head of Malden was set, but is now empty. He leads you off the side of this large
This is a bad
black
place
chamber.
to bring Jeffrey.
What do you mean?
Yes.
I think this might be a terrible decision on our
It
part.
is perhaps far too late to worry about such
You
things
guys-
now.
Well,
Look
I'm
over and-
very scared now.
Jeffrey's staff is glowing slightly purple.
Oh,
I am
God,
sure
that-
that is nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh,
You know how like ground
no
can be
attention to it.
consecrated and also equally haunted, desecrated.
This was a repercussion that I really wasn't thinking about. This could be devastating.
After
Guys,
entering this room, I immediately became alarmed to this fact that it might be bad.
what do you mean? Why?
Well, it is
How-
not
how-
important at this moment. We
how
have
about
some
no
other
magic?
hopefully more pressing.
How about
matters.
no
No
magic,
magic.
from you?
That is
Okay.
a
No,
good call.
no magic.
All right. No magic.
Strict kibosh on that.
Yes.
You guys are led into a large library that is off to the side, full of scrolls and black books bound in leather. There is a man sitting at one of the tables surrounded by books. Some are open, some have like tipped over upside down, their covers spread. Others have been dog-eared or page-marked. He looks pretty frantic and his eyes are wide and his hair is kind of standing on end. He looks up and goes, What is it? What? Jennifer, why are you here?
Reading anything particularly interesting?
Listen, you shut up. Jennifer,
I'm
why
sorry.
did you come here? I told you to wait. I'm sorry, but we have some questions. My sister motions. He kind of glares and goes, Your sister, huh?
Yeah, that's what she said.
What's your
That
name?
is what she said. She did say my sister.
What's your name?
This is not an important task.
Yeah, she goes by
is
the
this what
bell.
we're
If you're
here?
asking what she goes by now, it's the bell.
What is this?
Has far too much on her plate to deal with these sorts of petty tests. If your own sister is convinced of her identity, then
Did
why should she
you-
have to prove it to you?
Did you steal the seal? He goes, Oh my God. Of course. Yes, I did. Okay, but it's all part of the plan.
Ooh,
What?
I love a good plan.
What plan, guy?
Yes.
You wouldn't understand. I'm so
Oh.
close.
It seems perhaps he is setting up some sort of kingship in absentia from the legitimate crown. He
Oh,
kind of
can
just
I
gestures
ask-
vaguely.
Could I ask, does this plan revolve around the seal with reading the book? I'm naturally curious, just wondering.
You wouldn't understand even if I told you. It's
Okay.
How
far
about you
too
try?
Yeah, if we
Because
didn't understand, yeah, I mean, then we don't understand, right?
if it's one thing I hate more than anything in the world, it's somebody telling me that I wouldn't understand without any explanations. So how about maybe you try a little bit just to get some sort of information out of that mountain?
And if you do explain it to us, and then like we don't get it, then you just be like, "Ha, stupid simpletons, go back, go away, move on now."
No, I
And
don't.
my assumption
mean-
is that it boils down to a naked power grab anyway.
Maybe you don't understand it.
No, I don't mean that you won't understand what I'm doing. I mean you won't understand why I'm doing it.
Okay, but try it.
That is like
We're very open-minded
I
folk.
found the one of the ways that Malden was keeping himself alive down here. Mobin was keeping himself alive down here.
Ooh, immortality.
Yes.
Well, he was like an undead thing, though, right?
Well,
I suppose that is
yes.
still
it's
some form of
immortality,
it.
aversion, right?
Yes, it kept him alive much longer than it will keep a living person alive, but it'll still extend the lifespan.
Ooh.
Okay, I kind of see what you're going for here. What's that got to do with the seal?
Well, if I can reach near immortality, and if I have the king's seal, I can begin to make edicts and
Begin to what?
make edicts and pass laws. I already have men inside of his court. It would be easy, and then I can rule from the underworld.
Beef law. Yay.
See? Naked power grab.
Yeah, like you're a little bit nuts.
I personally do love a good tyrant story. It's
But
a fascinating one.
I'm so close to figuring out how to transfer the power into living things.
What if I told you that I was a mage?
A mage, really?
Yes.
There's
I'm
one.
asking, what if I told you that, though?
Just, hypothetically.
There is one book that I cannot open, and I think it is because I lack magical skill.
Or perhaps you do not know its tongue.
Whatever, no matter.
Every object has a name that can be spoken to unveil its promises.
If you can help me access the power of the blood fountain, then I will allow Jennifer and you, Sonra, to leave. If you want.
Wait, we can't just leave? Like, we can't just,
No.
say, nope, sorry, this is, too
No,
hot
you're
for
now-
us.
You're now citizens of the Undercity.
Oh, shit.
I have like a really legitimate question for you though.
What?
So do you like actually love my sister? Just out of curiosity, or have you just been using her?
That is a good question.
He
Easy.
sighs and sweeps his thinning hair out of his face again and says,
Jennifer, I'm sorry, but you were a means to an end.
Wow.
I saw that one coming.
I left the keep
Awkward
for
throat
you.
clearing.
Yes. And now that the king is on high alert, I can begin to destabilize his court and his people even further.
Have you guys, like tied the knot, like made it kind of serious? Like, are you, sort of like.
That is perhaps none of our business.
I'm just asking,
And have you seen the architecture over here? And he starts like walking
It's
over
very
and pointing
nice.
at some of the artwork. and
This
stuff.
marble floor is very
It is
good. Too bad the
very
A team has
interesting.
no,
Yes,
sense
if you
of
cleaned up some of these
maintaining the beauty of
Mage.
architecture.
Mage.
Kind of.
Hey,
Oh,
mage.
Oh, he wants you.
oh, he
you-
wants. Well, I said, what if? I said, what if? I didn't say I was a mage.
If you can help me translate this book, or you, the halfling with the staff, can help me translate or open this book, just take
No.
anyone with magic.
He can't
is
do
not.
that. He's useless. A feeble-minded man. That is. Oh, he's
he
got a
pulls
cool
the book
staff.
off of one of the shelves. It is bound in hair, and the actual like pages part of the book is closed with teeth, like a clenched jaw.
I'm going to bet that the parchment is actual human leather skin. That's my guess.
This book apparently contains some of the secrets of the blood fountain. I need
Gnarly
the
teeth.
information.
Have you
Need to be
tried
brushed.
have you tried stroking it down the spine?
I've tried
Giving it a
stroking
little
it everywhere.
tickle. Yeah.
That's a little bit much.
I think you got played. That doesn't do anything. You just did that like a goofball.
I need you to, what is it called when you connect to a magical item?
Attune to it.
Yes, I need you to attune to this.
That takes about 24 hours, I'm afraid. So we are going to be taking a nap here.
That is fine.
Okay.
I'm blind. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It takes 8 hours.
very uncomfortable
But he
with
might not know that.
helping this guy, guys, to be honest with you.
I think it's well.
Oh, he's
I
so
think he says
close, though. If we
we
don't help him,
could.
somebody else will, you know.
I think we are perhaps not in the best of positions to refuse this sort of request from the under sovereign here, and he just gestures toward the
Sonra, who do you think we are? The A team? What the hell? Chill out. We need
I'm
to make him think
just-
that we're doing it.
That is, perhaps we, all Pissboots here can do whatever he can. Obviously he is only a hypothetical mage,
Yeah,
so there are no promises.
Can
for
you
his
attune
success.
to it or not?
Oh, yes, I'm a mage, after all.
Very well.
Yeah.
There is food in the desk. I'm locking you guys, all of you, in here until you've
The
attuned to that book.
pantry. That's where
Could
food
we
goes.
perhaps
Food goes in the pantry.
Yes, and could we perhaps get the corpses out of here? I know you are apparently.
No, there's
finding
no
them.
corpses in the library.
Oh,
They
in
were all
this.
in the
Okay, sorry,
throne
that was
area.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, my bad.
All right. What are the chances that after opening this book, I will be welcoming an unthoughtful dread upon us and unleashing it
think-
upon
It's a-
the kingdom of mankind?
It's a pretty high chance.
This is not good.
I really don't think you should try and open the book. Like,
Neither
That
do
seems that perhaps is not going to be good for most folks.
Perhaps
I just
could before we leave, could I examine the seal?
No, he's locking you in this library.
Second.
He's locking you in this
Oh,
library.
knock knock. I know you just left, but I have a question. Knock knock.
There's no answer.
Fucking knock.
That is,
He's
I'm
not-
not sure that is connected to this book necessarily. That is more for
Yes,
like
but
a
I wanted to-
legitimate authority thing.
Right, and I wanted it, because then maybe we could just fuck off. And no, not anymore.
I think perhaps we
Is
will have
Jennifer
to
still
track
with
that
us?
down at some point.
Huh?
Is Jennifer still with us?
Yes, Jennifer's still with you. She's been
Okay,
locked in
I'm
here
gonna
with
go
you.
ahead and just drop the act now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not Pissboots Pockets.
Oh,
I am a mage. That voice is hard on my throat. Can't do it too long. You really royally fucked us here, miss.
What?
I'm not gonna forget this one.
I am so
I mean,
sorry.
she has been taken advantage of just the same, it seems.
yeah, you really, I mean, sort of naive of you, but
This
he's
woman is
really
like
not
23.
even like that handsome. So that must have been one magical touch there.
God, he really is not that beautiful. I've seen much beautifuler men,
He's
The
perhaps on,
king
like,
is
a-
actually quite handsome, albeit an asshole.
her
Kind of an ass.
her lips are kind of thin, and she says, "He did not look like that. I think that he was wearing some kind of amulet or charm."
Yeah, I think so too.
Perhaps his study and time in this place has detrimentally affected him. He's like rubbing his chin. Did he
I
look
think-
like sickly, or was
A
he
little
just
bit,
like
yeah.
yeah?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Mm.
So we got some choices, I suppose. I spend time opening the book. Maybe I do open the book, get him on our side a little bit, and then we kind of like lure him in to fucking kill him and then escape. Is that the goal now? Because I don't see any other alternative. We kind of have to do
Yeah,
something.
I'm really uncomfortable with you releasing some sort of evil demon thing. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, we sort of have to, right?
I mean, I think we could perhaps kill some time and tell him you have been successful, and then jump him when he comes in to check upon your progress. But
The problem I also
that is
face.
about our only other option I can think of.
The problem I also face is that there's knowledge in front of me, and I kind of want to unveil it a little bit. Just to see how it feels. Just to try it out.
I have a natural inclination against any sort of magic which comes from a book that is bound in hair.
I really look. Do you see that halfling? sitting there
I see him.
with like
Uh,
no clue of what's going on.
Do you see the staff spark slightly?
Yeah. You see
Good
that
God.
going on there?
We need to get the fuck out of here.
We're not releasing anything around that.
Okay.
It's possible that
I'm gonna
we
look over.
will regardless.
I'm gonna look over the covers and whatnot. Is it?
Uh-huh.
Does it have any sort of markings at all? Like any language, perhaps?
There is
pattern?
There is a symbol on the cover underneath the hair, as if it's been tattooed on the flesh.
Okay. And it's not familiar.
No, it's not.
All right. So okay. I'm just gonna just a taste. I'm not gonna read it all. I'm just gonna see what the cover says. Maybe it's maybe he's got the wrong book, and this one's could help us, right? What if?
Sure. Yes, that is an entirely
Okay, I'm gonna
likely
cast
possibility.
comprehend languages, and that's gonna be a ritual. So I'll just go ahead and do that now.
He's concerned. I don't know what else we do here. I think you're right, man. We gotta get something.
You cast comprehend languages as a ritual, and the cover, the symbol underneath, turns into the words blood, blood, blood.
Oh, it's okay. Well, I think I might know how to open it.
Is it a cookbook?
If blood is the only ingredient, which I actually kind of think it might be to open this book, can I make an Arcana check to see
Sure.
if that sounds good? I guess
Go ahead.
that's a 12.
With the 12, so you have heard of items that require a component to attune to.
Of course. Okay. Can I try to take off some of the hair?
Yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna
Okay.
do? What are you gonna use?
I don't imagine I have tweezers.
Boink, boink, boink.
I suppose maybe I have shears though.
Yeah. Or like a
or can I
straight
just
razor.
try to take it off with my hand?
You pull at it, but it's pretty well on there.
Okay, I'll just use a razor
Okay.
for shaving.
You shave a little bit of it away, and the cover kind of twitches and constricts.
Oh, I don't like that. Can I now pull the hair off then?
A little bit. Yep.
Okay.
You're basically shearing this book.
Is
So-
it alive?
It looks a little bit alive, and I show him the ripple of the skin.
It is,
Ew.
moving a bit.
I don't like
Jeez.
that. Ugh.
I don't either. Could you maybe take him the fuck away? I don't know. How big is this room?
It's about 10 feet by 30 feet.
Come along, Jeffrey.
Okay.
And walk him toward the other end of the hall.
The staff sparks again. Okay. I don't
Okay.
like that.
I don't
This
either.
is likely a problem. Perhaps bringing the essence of the slain lich back to his keep was an oversight on our part.
Maybe y'all could look for other things. Gosh, I feel like I kind of gotta get this thing open, or else
N-
we're
I-
I
fucked.
think that could be just as bad, or
Yeah.
perhaps worse. I think we should keep it so that he cannot access that information. That seems important.
Well, if I access it and I just know, then I know what to keep him from doing, right?
I
Or-
suppose, but he would not have any way of access, getting toward that information if you do not know
Or you get this information and then suddenly you're fucking wackadoo evil and we've got to knock you out. And I don't want to do that.
I'm
Or
already
the book
kind of
eats your
wackadoo.
hand or something. He points at the teeth.
Oh boy.
I think it could be a good way to lure him in. You've found a way to open the book and then we ambush him.
Jump him.
He won't be alone. Just Jennifer interjects. He always has Goran with him.
Well,
Well.
I mean, it is unlikely that we'll be able to do much else, and I am concerned that we are risking some sort of apocalypse if we
We also have a bell
continue down
ringer.
this road.
You know, Goron versus the bell ringer. It'll make a good match. But okay, so we don't want to open the book. Is that the final decision?
We're not opening the
I
book.
am quite concerned that that is like some sort of seal of the apocalypse or something.
Yeah, I'm like fairly
Or
certain we
perhaps
open that book and
Phylactery
it's
of moments or something.
so fucked.
I think it's just an immortality book, but
Either way, I really don't want him having immortality and kind of disrupting things here. I think Jennifer's pretty much ready to go back home now, yeah?
Is that
No,
Do you have
because
any
I'm going to
further
be a
attachment to it?
criminal.
Well,
not if
I
you
mean,
were kidnapped by
We could stick with the kidnap story.
insurrection, fomenting would-be
Yes.
king.
If
I
you,
think your king would rather that you were kidnapped as
I think
well
that
for the
perhaps,
sanctity of marriage in the
Yes.
kingdom, you know?
I think now I would be more comfortable being kidnapped.
You were very
Yes, perhaps,
hoodwinked,
Yes.
but,
Yes, I feel
you know, a
kidnapped.
version of kidnapped.
I think you can say with confidence that you were imprisoned.
I just,
He
I
just
just
gestures
hope
around.
none of the infidelity gets out.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Okay, well, just keep that part to
you
yourself.
There was
had
a
a
lot
much
of
better
infidelity.
chance before you
Oh,
brought that
gosh.
up.
I mean, okay, so like out of character, do we just want to wait until he gets back, or do we want like to progress in like some sort of investigation of this scene? Or
And we can poke around, see what other books are here or whatever, stuff like that. I Echo would be kind of against the idea of trying to get that book open. I don't think he wants to do that, but
I'm gonna go ahead and look for a
I
spell
don't know
book,
what
a grimoire.
else we've got in here necessarily. I'm not sure, how else we're gonna get
After
their attention.
A little bit of searching, Wayman.
I will hold the book though.
Right.
I'm keeping it in my possession.
You find a dark bound spell book, wrapped in black silk. It is in a language that you can't read as your comprehend
I
language.
do have comprehend language.
How long does that last?
I think it lasts an hour.
Oh, last hour. Okay. It on the front it just says Mobin.
Okay. Oh boy. I found another very large book here. And wouldn't you know, it's black. Just a great color, honestly.
Is
I'll pick it
there
up.
anything else about it? Or I have found several large books. Which are
You
black
pick
as
it
well.
up and it feels maybe 4 times heavier than it should be. And very cold. Just as cold as you are.
Okay. Great.
Good.
Is it openable?
It, like I said, it's wrapped in black silk. As you unwrap it to read the cover, you see that it's clasped with a simple like clasp. Yeah.
Okay. I'll unclasp it. I got
As
nothing else to do.
You unclasp it and you take 1 point of damage as a small
Ouchie.
blade comes out of the clasp and cuts you as you open the book. Your blood, you can see there's a little drop of blood on the blade and it sizzles. The thing unbinds, but in your head you hear, "Welcome, Mobin."
Oh, it's an audio book.
And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
It's an audio book. That's why it's so heavy. That makes sense.
Two-parter here.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. We do this every single Friday at 9:30. Our next stream is on Monday at 9:30. That's Old for Gold. We're definitely getting some places in that campaign as well. And then we also have a stream on Tuesday at 9:30, the Disastronauts. And then it'll be back to Friday for us here. If you like what you saw here, we got a Discord. You can join below. A lot of good conversation about role-playing and a lot of pet pictures. Lots of pet pictures. We also have a website. You can buy some merchandise like t-shirts and sweatshirts and other dice. And we have a Patreon where you can throw us a few bucks and help us improve the show and some of our products. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you on Monday. Goodbye.